Hi, I'm Chuck from Dobbs Ceramics, and this is the Maxim porcelain palette. I'd like to just give you a little description of it before I show you how to set it up. The palette is designed to hold an entire complement of porcelains from A1 through D4 and all the various incisals that might go with it from different manufacturers. It's all basically the same. The palette is designed to allow each portion that you're working with to fall right in front of you as you're working. For example, if I want to move from the A to the incisals to clear to any shade, it's always right in front of me. I never have to reach over porcelain. It's also designed so that you never have to throw any porcelain away. Whenever you put your porcelain on your palette, it stays there until it's completely used up. It's also designed so that at any time you want to remove your porcelains to clean your tray, you can take each one off, clean your tray, and put them back in place so you don't lose your porcelain that way. The porcelain stays wet through capillary action. Water is put into the sponge. You never put water on the porcelain, you only just add water to the sponge, and it goes out 360 degrees and it keeps every porcelain equally wet. I'm going to show you how to set the tray up. Okay, first thing you do, you take all of your cloths, like this is the main membrane, you wash it in warm soapy water and rinse it thoroughly. Before you put it on the tray, put about a ½ inch of water in the reservoir. I use tap water, but you can use distilled water. Never use build-up liquid. You don't need it. There's an index on the plate right here. There's also one on the cloth. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you get these two lined up. The water in the reservoir will hold the fingers where they belong. Then you take the orange pad that you'll get with the kit, place it into the middle, nice and wet. Then with your sponge brush, squeegee the air out from underneath the main transfer cloth, or membrane, whatever you want to call it. This is nylon. It'll last a long time, unless you decide to take a metal instrument and mix porcelain on it with a metal instrument, because it will start to cut the cloth over a period of time and cause it to fray. So if you're going to mix porcelain with a metal instrument, I suggest you use a little glass slab next to you and then put it back onto the tray after you've got it mixed. Once you have the air squeegeed out, then you take these little wedge pieces of cloth and lay to the right of the index. I like to use the red cloth for my Canton porcelains. You want to keep about a ½ inch of space between the cloths. You can use any color, any kind of, or any color of cloth as a maybe a specialty mix cloth. If you want to use modifiers or you want to mix a couple of shades together, you can put it on this cloth to keep it off of your main Canton cloths. Because this one, when you're done with it, you can take off, rinse out, and put back in place. Then I put the cloth for the incisal, which I like to use blue. And then I have a gray or light gray cloth I use for my clear, or any clear modifiers that I might want to use. Again, squeegee the excess air from underneath the cloth. And over top of this, you put your sponge. Now after about an hour or so, the cloth will suck down tight against the ceramic dish and will not move once your porcelain's in place. Once your porcelain's in place, if it gets too wet, if you think this is too wet for your use, just squeeze the sponge out. This one's a little dirty. I've been using it for quite a while. And within about 30 to 40 seconds, the water will begin to move back to the middle. The great thing about this palette is that, as far as I know, it's the only wet tray that allows you to control the flow of water to your ceramic to create the consistency that you like to work with. You'll also notice on my tray everything is marked, so you can mark your porcelains according to how you have them situated on your tray. But that's basically the setup. There is a cover that goes with it. Always keep your tray covered when it's not in use. When you go home at night, all you need to do before you leave, put about an ounce of water in the center, put the lid on it. The lid does not totally seal. It allows a little bit of airflow through at night. It will be nice and ready to use in the morning. If you're going away for a long period of time, I suggest you fill the bottom of the reservoir with water, put the cover in place, and the sponge over top. That will seal it up and will stay wet for 2 weeks. Other than that, have fun.